Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today we got to move. We got to trade. This trade went down last night. It was late, and I was tired. I said, screw it. I'm going to bed. I'll talk about it tomorrow, which is today. So now let's talk about this. Lance Lynn is heading from Texas to Chicago to pitch for the White Sox, and this is absolutely huge. The White Sox trying to win a World Series. The White Sox, a team that was awesome in 2020, a team that I was very high on. They have a ton of offense. They have decent pitching. Now, assuming that Lance Lynn continues to pitch like he has the last couple of years with Texas, this team's going to have a really good rotation. Unfortunately, they give up a pitcher who I thought was also pretty solid in Dane Dunning. He's heading to Texas. They would have had control over him for a few years, and he looks pretty damn legit as well. So I do not know how the White Sox feel about Dunning, if they just didn't think that he was going to be that type of guy, if they think that Lynn is going to be that much better, that it was worth it to give up Dunning. Obviously, they did feel that way because they did the deal. For me, I was extremely thrilled for the White Sox when I heard they were getting Lynn, but then I saw giving up Dunning. Ooh. That being said, I do not like to give winners or losers with trades. I can only speculate because it's like picking a winner or loser before a game. Like, you can't pick a winner or loser. You can only predict what's going to happen. So I can predict what's going to happen. I think that it's going to work out pretty well for both sides. I think Dunning is going to be nice for Texas for several years, and I think that Lynn is going to pitch well for the White Sox. But if there's one team that's taking a little more risk in the deal, I would say it's the White Sox because, like I said, they're giving up Dane Dunning, who is a strikeout machine, who pitched well in 7 starts this year, who had a great minor league career, always keeps a low ERA. I mean, the guy is solid, and they're sending him over to Texas, and Texas is a team that was in last place. They're basically rebuilding. They're basically in a position where this was a no-brainer for Texas. If the White Sox call, if I'm the GM of Texas and White Sox call me and say, hey, we would like to have Lance Lynn. Oh, sure. What do you have to offer? And if they even mention Dunning, I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. Sign it. Whereas if I'm the White Sox GM, I'm a little more hesitant. I'm like, ooh, I got to think about that. Let me call you back. You know what I mean? Because, again, you're giving up quite a bit in Dane Dunning, but you're getting a lot in Lance Lynn. And this is a possible rotation now for the White Sox, and you can see it just looks a lot better with Lynn. Obviously, like I said before, it would have been okay with Dunning, but you got guys like, Dunning, Kopech, and you just don't know what you're going to get out of them. Now you have possibly, hopefully, a more guaranteed strong arm in Lynn. He is going to be 34, so, I mean, he's not going to be great forever. And he did have some rough years after his Tommy John surgery back with the Yankees, a little bit with the Twins. But you know what? All that's in the past, and he has looked solid lately. And with this rotation, Giolito, Lynn, Keuchel, Dylan Cease, Michael Kopech, no slouches in there. I mean, that is absolutely solid for a team that supposedly is all offense and no pitching. All of a sudden, their pitching looked pretty damn good. At least that rotation does. And we're going to get more into the White Sox and go over their entire roster later on. I don't have time for that right now. We're going to do previews for all teams as we get ready for 2021. But I do like this move for the White Sox, but I love the move. I'm not going to lie. I love the move for the Rangers. I think the Rangers, yeah, they're trading Lance Lynn, but they finished in last place. They were absolutely terrible, and they're getting a guy now in Dane Dunning who they're going to have control over for a while. Again, 7 games he started. He only gives up 25 hits in 34 innings, struck out 35 guys, and in his minor league career, he was consistently striking out a lot more batters than innings pitched, giving up less hits than innings pitched, keeping his ERA under 3 every season of his minor league career from 16 to 18. The guy seems to be filthy, and the guy seems to have the potential to be close, if not as good as someone like Lance Lynn. So it's a little bit of a surprising move, but the White Sox are going for it. That's the excuse. They say, we're going for a World Series championship. We want Lance Lynn in the rotation. We're all in for 21. And that's what the White Sox are doing. They're all in for 21. And it makes sense when you think about it that way. At the same time, perhaps Dane Dunning is going to be awesome in 21. I mean, I don't see why not. So, yeah, I think I like it slightly more for the Rangers. And like I said, if I was the Rangers, I would have jumped all over it. If I was the White Sox, I would have thought about it. I don't know if I would have ultimately pulled the trigger on this deal. The reason you think about it is because he is only getting paid $9 million, which is not a lot for someone like Lance Lynn, at least not the way he's been pitching. It's pretty much a bargain, but the problem is it's 1 year control. Lynn is going to be a free agent at the end of 2021. And then what? Whereas Dunning, you would have had control over, and Dunning seems to be great, but maybe not. Let me know if you're a White Sox fan, if you know a little more about Dane Dunning than I do. I'm just looking at his stats and his stuff and the games that I happen to watch where he's pitching. So I'm by no means an expert on Dane Dunning, but I thought the guy was legit. So it's a little bit surprising that the White Sox would just, go man for man here, not try to get a little something extra. But that's what it is, and that's the deal. So I love the deal for the Rangers, and I like the deal for the White Sox, but I think it's a little more risky for the White Sox. I mean, you better hope that Lance Lynn comes out and pitches well in 21, especially if he signs elsewhere after 21, and especially if Dane Dunning continues to be a good pitcher for the Rangers. I see the Rangers possibly winning this deal, but I'm not going to say win or lose because we got to wait and see how things play out. But in other news, as the hot stove continues to heat up, Royals have signed Carlos Santana on a 2-year, $17 million deal. He is also 34 years old, and he's coming off of a tough year with Cleveland. He hit under 200. He hit 199 with 8 bombs in 60 games after a fantastic 2019 where he hit 34 home runs with a 281 batting average. So the Royals ready to try to compete once again. They are making the moves. Royals have been very active so far in the free agent market, and it looks like they're looking to compete, and they're looking to get back into the playoffs for the first time in quite a while since that World Series championship, I believe, in 2015. Talked about earlier, they signed Mike Minor. You can see that their rotation is starting to come together. Keller, Duffy, Singer, Minor, Jess Hahn I talked about in the bullpen. They were able to bring him back, and he had a ridiculous 2020 season. Jacob Junis out of the bullpen potentially could start some games. So now you have Santana to play first. Dozier could play third, could play outfield. Ryan McBroom could be the backup first baseman. He's got some pop. I thought he was all right in 2020, but definitely you're looking at a more experienced big leaguer in Santana. Nicky Lopez, Kevin Gutierrez out of Belter Mondesi brings a lot of energy. Franchi Cordero was another signing. They were able to come to agreement with him, and he has a ton of power. I don't know if he'll be able to unleash it with some consistency, but that dude can crush the ball. Michael A. Taylor was a signing, so the Royals are very busy. Obviously, they are looking to win in 2021 with Merrifield, and a couple of guys had retired, including the great Alex Gordon, so he will be retiring, and the Royals, they are looking to win, which is crazy because you don't think the Royals are in that position. They're competing with the White Sox themselves. They're competing with the Twins. They're competing with the Cleveland Indians. The only team that they don't have to worry about so much in the Central would be the Detroit Tigers, and even they are getting all these high draft picks, and they're going to be looking to compete very soon, but maybe not yet, probably not yet in 21. So the Royals, they're trying to get in the mix here, and they're trying to compete with the White Sox and with the Indians and with the Twins, and it's going to be crazy. So we can see some craziness in the Central if the Royals are able to compete, and they have just made another big move, hoping that Santana can start hitting like he did in 19, bring that batting average up a little bit, show that power, hit 34, 35 home runs. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm going to get the freak out of here. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And we're going to be coming back with more videos very soon. See ya! Thank you so much for checking out that video. This is Eric, and if you're a fan of Humm Baby Baseball, please check out our store at humbabybaseball.com/store. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have hats, and we have much more on the way, so you can check out everything we have right there, including the Umpire Strikes Back, one of our many t-shirts. So I would really appreciate if you guys could check that out. Have a fantastic day. We're going to talk to you later.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.